Alright guys, it is another warm January day. I'm out here in my sweater, well, just a regular long sleeve shirt. It's about 65 degrees. Amazing, I love this weather. But anyway, I worked late last night and today's a new day, and I wanted to come out, and before you put your heads on, and then you really need to do this, is I already checked the front head. It's okay. This is the back head, and this is the one that had the low compression. If you remember when I did the compression check. Now, what you need to do is flip it over, get you some brake fluid or power steering fluid, brake fluid or power steering fluid is what I'm trying to say. Don't use water. Water is not dense enough. You need something that's got a real high density and will seep into the cracks. Now, the idea here is to turn your head upside down and pour it in there and watch and see which one goes down, if any of them. And this one here has gone down a little bit, and lo and behold, look right there. I have got a valve that is not sealing, and this explains why I had low compression and had a miss on this back cylinder. So looks like I may have to go in here and lap one of these valves. Basically, you take the valve out and you put a compound around it, and you take one of those little things with your hand and twist it until the valve's sealed. But the other two are holding very nicely. I don't see any leaks, which is great. It's just that one there, and this one looks fine. So I am glad I did that, and I would advise that you do this if you're going to do your heads. You cannot see these little cracks in there, and if you have a small crack in there, if you can't see it, this will cause your compression to be very, very low. But I did flip this over before I put the fluid in it, the brake fluid in, and I could see up around that valve, and I could see just a little bit of light shining around the top of that valve in there. So yeah, this verifies I do have a leak. So go ahead and dump the fluid out and go ahead and I guess lap this valve. It's this one here. It's the big valve. That would be my intake valve, looks like. So yeah, verify this before you put your heads on, because this will save you a lot of time. Alright, out comes the valve. And let's look at it. And yeah, you can see it's got issues there. See that shiny? That's where it was sealing. All this black, forget it. It ain't happening. It's leaking. There's a little place that's been sealing, and it's not sealing there. The black is not good. This shiny part is good. But yeah, obviously this valve needs to be ground down. But the seat looks fine. I don't see any issues with it. And this is pretty typical, you know. I mean, I've seen this a lot. Valves getting kind of hot, and they bend just a little bit. But it's straight. I don't see nothing wrong with it. It looks pretty good. So we'll just go ahead and get some grinding compound, and we'll stick it back in there, and we'll grind her down, and we'll see if we can get her to seat. So that's what you got to do. But verify, you know, do all this. It's worth a little extra time, because you don't want to tear your engine apart. Just find out you had a valve that wasn't sealing up, because this will give you low compression and a miss, and that will ruin your day. Alright, and looks like I'm done. I got the valve lap. That's the shiny one you see there. And if you look on the intake there, probably hard to see. Maybe if I grab my light. Looks pretty dry. I don't see any more leaks, and they all look pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. I should have a lot better compression in that cylinder. But looks like I'm about ready to stick it back on. So here's one nice look at it. And make sure you do this. Check your cylinders, your valves. Make sure they're sealing really good before you put your heads on. It's also good to have this here. Some compound, valve grinding compound, and a suction cup stick, kind of a rebuild valve grinding kit, whatever you want to call it. Always nice to have that.